but I'm gonna be the next Santa Claus, and I'm gonna make the world sing along. Santa Claus is coming to town, and I'll get rid of the naughty list. Oh, you'll get a toy because you exist, singing Santa Claus is coming to town. Just look out for your neighbors, look out for your friends, sing a song to someone just to watch them grin. Don't hang on to your money, just give it willingly, and don't build up your barns, build up communities, and watch everyone around you begin to sing. Santa Claus is coming to town.
This is the Winter Fanboys podcast, pre-recorded at First Base Studios in the heart of New York City.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
And welcome back. This is the Winter Fanboys. I'm Adam McDowell.
I'm Ben Poland.
And today we are going to recap the winter failure in
Florida.
Sorry, I'm watching my dog who is climbing all over Ben right now. All right. So we just went through, if you've listened to all the episodes, you've listened to us go through, kind of piecemeal it, the two together.
And if you haven't listened to all the episodes, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't.
This is not the place to start.
Although it could be, you could start and see the big picture and then zoom in. But I would say better to zoom in and then see the big picture.
You may want to have seen the character development we've gone through.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
ways that we've changed.
That's true.
The way that
we've developed. Totally. All right. So with that being said, Benjamin Poland.
That's me.
That's you. I need to ask you, what do you see this album, the big picture of this, as the big picture of this album? I can ask questions better than that, but that's how that came out.
Yeah, we only have what we have at the moment. So I think there's two ways to look at this album. There's the accordion fold that it came out on Spotify, with Sugar and Maple being the first and last songs, and then kind of closing in on itself from there. And then there is the way we've been going through it, pairing them up and sort of trying to get the song itself. We didn't. I now realize that we didn't talk about Santa Fe Cigarillo and what Santa Fe Cigarillo means together. It's the name of a brand of cigarillos. But that aside. And then there's actually a third way, which is the way I think they had talked about if they had put it out as a physical copy, which would have been like Sugar being song number 1 and then song number 5 being Maple. And so then the last song on the album would then be Cigarillo. And so you would end on Cigarillo. No, sorry. Yeah, no, you would end on Cigarillo because Santa Fe would be song 4 and then Cigarillo would be song 8. So there's 3 different ways this album can be constructed. And I think when I think of this album, I think of conflict. It paints a picture of conflict. Like the songs themselves, like Dave's songs and Brand's songs, feel pretty different. They feel conflicted. Dave's songs are electronic. Brand's song have heavy electronic dissonant sort of vibes to them. And then most of Brand's songs are kind of this warmer. So you kind of said like they were using. What did you say? Like
For Brand's song?
Yeah, for Brand's song, the kind of a guitar he was using.
Like I originally thought it was like an acoustic or like a semi-hollow body.
Yeah, like a semi-hollow body. Yeah, that's a great way. Yeah, like it's kind of got that extra warmth to it.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Santa Fe, which we had talked about. So I think this album is like kind of like with maybe like your hometown. and the way you feel in Christmas is conflicted. There's sort of two sides to the story.
Yeah.
Do you kind of get where I'm driving at with this?
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. And I definitely think so that especially because it's Bran and Dave, right? They have two different perspectives about what they're doing when they approach this, right? And how they divvy this up and how they decide who's doing what. And I think that they approach it. I actually think that the way they put the songs, actually, if you're listening to them straight down the playlist.
Yeah, which is your preference?
I actually think straight down the playlist. Ending with Maple, I think is such a... It allows you to actually go on a journey because you get to that middle part, fourth and fifth song, which is
it's
Santa
a turning
Fe
point. It
Cigarelle.
really is a turning point.
It is. It's kind of like, I think of turning a corner, and then you get to Years, which, I really liked Dave's Years. I just think that song was about thinking in the future, and then you get to Maple, and he's writing in the present for this person.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like the arc that the album on, let's just say the way it's out, right? Let's just talk about the way it's out, because even though we kind of did it in a special way. Do you feel like the way that it's out, with Sugar being first, Maple being last, it builds up towards Santa Fe Cigarillo? Do you feel like it processes like that turning point and like goes somewhere with it, or does it just arrive at this moment of conflict and then kind of drift away from it? Like kind of back into, we get to Maple, and Maple is like, you're as sweet as maple, you're as fine as wine. But we talked about how Maple, like, it's kind of, neither one of us really remembered too many more lyrics from it.
Yeah, that's true. But it goes, sorry, I was trying to think of where it goes. It goes Cigarillo and then to Frap.
Goes to Frap, yeah. And then after Frap is Years, and then after Years is Maple. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is an element of, I think it's Dave. It's kind of, I just see the song split up for who did what.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Bran kind of lives in the moment sometimes, and Dave is either writing in the future or writing in the past. And I feel like that's where he's
Santa
delving.
Fe definitely ends up in the moment we talked about.
Yeah, and I also think that Frap is in the moment of a teenager.
Right. It's a moment in the past.
A moment in the past.
Yeah. In a way that Cigarillo is kind of in a moment in the past.
Yeah, you're right.
But like Santa Fe is in the moment. Like it doesn't feel like it's in the past or the future.
Oh, you know what? You know how I feel it, since we're thinking of this, like where are the songs written and what's that? It's Cigarillo is in the past, but it's written in the moment in the past, right?
Yeah.
And then Frap is written in the past in a moment, but then Years kind of springs forward.
Years is the future.
And then Maple, to me, felt like the moment.
It's in the moment, yeah.
So
it
feel
does
like,
kind of have an arc.
I don't think it has an arc, but I think it actually ends where it's supposed to end, which is in the moment.
In the moment.
Which is in the present.
In the present time.
I think that's why
even though the Maple is like the moment, but it's a little bit like the moment that you don't remember very well.
Is that because we don't remember?
Not to sort of throw Maple under the bus, but like it's got this great hook.
Yeah.
But like what, and it's about somebody, we think, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a love song.
Yeah.
And I think Maple also is in that weird place of like, how much of a Christmas song is it?
Yeah.
You know,
it's also how much of I still think it sounds like a rock country song, but yeah,
it does. Yeah, totally.
Which is very different than Santa Fe.
But it does kind of end up in this in the moment. I think that's fair. But it also has this sort of like it feels like it kind of, it doesn't end on a like resounding note that I remember. Besides that hook,
I guess what I'm saying is I would think it's an arc because we start at kind of this place of like Dave is thinking back.
We start with Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we end.
And there's something missing, like the older brother, right?
Yeah.
With the dissonance of that.
I don't know, man.
Voice.
Now that we're talking about it makes me feel like maybe the way we listen to it is the better way. I mean, that's the way it goes. That's the way it fits, right?
I think
they kind of piecemeal each other.
The way that we listen to it, like, but then you end with Santa Fe Cigarillo. An ending.
I guess you don't have to end with that. You could start with those two and then go.
Oh, gosh, this is tricky. I do in some ways feel like ending with Santa Fe Cigarillo is maybe a strong. It is more clearly communicates what the album is about.
Oh yeah, if I had to choose, totally.
Yeah, because the album is.
I think that's the stronger choice.
Yeah, I think it is a stronger choice.
As an actor, we would say that's the stronger choice.
Yeah,
it's not a wrong. The other choices are not wrong.
No, but I think it's stronger.
It's stronger.
Yeah, it communicates a bit more strongly because at the core of this album is sort of this conflict between like the remembered Christmas, like the childhood warm Christmas, and like the Christmas that is conflicted and is not the way that we want it to be, and is like there is conflict in relationship. There's sort of something missing. And I think Santa Fe Cigarillo kind of ends in that place of, in part, like, I kind of like the way it's ending with Cigarillo in a way, because Cigarillo has this sort of rebellious edge to it. And Santa Fe has this like sitting in the present, not really knowing what the future is. But you're singing Silent Night. You're singing Silent Night in the snowstorm. So you have that coloring moving into Cigarillo, which is like still kind of thinking about the past. Because I don't think this album quite achieves escape velocity to break out of thinking about the past and to get into being in the present. It's got moments, right? Like I think a great moment is Wonder.
Yeah.
Like Wonder, I think is maybe like one of the strongest moments. It definitely is one of the strongest songs.
Does it have to leave the past?
Well, like that's a good question. Does it have to be? Do you think it has to leave the past?
No, I think if we were to talk about Christmas, I think this sits in a perfect spot for Christmas. Conflict. It has conflict, and I think it stays there.
You think it stays there?
I don't think it needs to leave there.
And it has moments of like real clarity with like, I think Wonder is a moment of clarity. Right? Wonder is like, I want to be the next Santa Claus. And it's looking forward, and it's thinking about like, who do I want to be in the world? You know, I want to be someone who is the next Santa Claus. Like, I want to be someone who's bringing that.
Also a bop.
It's a bop. It fucking rocks. Who's bringing that energy to the world around you. But we also end up in Santa Fe, right? We also end up in the desert. We also end up in the storm and singing Silent Night. So like, I want to be the next Santa Claus, but sometimes I'm also just like trying to figure out how to stay on the road.
Yeah, but I think that's okay.
No, totally.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying I think it's better for the album to sit that way.
I think I'm agreeing with you because you're a very smart man.
Oh
shit. But I agree with you. I think the stronger choice is to end on Santa Fe and Cigarillo, because and there are these two different characters, right? There's the character that is like, there's the older brother. I made the snowman. It looks like my older brother. There's like the character that's like, I've been loving you for years and I've got years to love you. That same character is also the one that's like I think back and my coffee turns to black. And also I've put the cigarillo under my pillow. We've got that character.
Yeah.
And then we've got I want to be the next Santa Claus. Help me out here with we have Wonder is I want to be the next Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We have the love song Sweet as Maple. Yeah, we have Sweet as Maple, Fine as Wine.
Frap.
We have Frap, which is just like a fun time.
Yeah.
And then we have like the sort of sitting in the bigness of the unknown of Santa Fe.
I mean, I think that's the whole album, is sitting in the bigness of what Christmas actually means collectively. The idea of Christmas is happy, right? Christmas is delightful. Christmas is hard. Christmas is tough. Families are hard. Families are tough. Christmas is hope, but there's also despair. I think they sit. I think they're kind of feeding off of each other. And I think that you're right. I think that the strongest option is ending with Santa Fe and Cigarillo, because they are I don't want to say they end in despair, but they end in the conflict. And I think that that's where this needs to end because there's too much. Everything else is bigger, you know? And I think it gives another side of it. That being said, I also think the way they put it in there, I think there was a reason why they did it in 1 through 8.
Let's explore that reason. Like, I think we'd be remiss to not just try to explore like what is there.
That's what's hard.
And the strength of it.
That's what's okay. That's what's hard because you said you said there is no arc, right? And
I think I said there is an arc. Right? I think I said
I don't know. Roll the tape back. Let's see if you said.
Steve, roll the tape back.
Oh, Steve's not listening to us. Great. Maybe you did say that there is an arc. I would personally think there's an arc because Maple kind of ends where Wonder is. Now, granted, I skipped Sugar, but I'm saying Sugar is also there. Like, I think that's where we start.
But we have these two different voices, right? We do have Brandon, we have Dave. We've got these characters.
So I think Sugar and if I were to put Sugar and Years together,
gosh, what a good pairing!
I think they look.
Like the lot, like something is absent, and then we end with we have Years, which is I've been loving you for years.
Yep,
and I have
I'm
years
building
to
a
love
future.
You.
I can see you in the future.
Yeah,
that's
dope. I really
I think there's other ways that you could pair these, but that's beside the fact that not that Sugar Years have anything to do with.
What a playful album!
What a playful album! I actually think that is. There's only been a few albums I've ever listened to fully straight through, and there was only one time that I've had an album make me cry. Like I'm crying. This was during that snowstorm that I was driving my car through, and I was bawling my eyes out listening to Colony House's first album. And I mean, I was like, I didn't realize why they put the songs in the order that they did. And then we got to a really real moment that happened in their lives that I was like, wow. And then the next song was about hope. And this first song, the song almost towards the end was about this like despair and how hard it was. And then the next one was about hope. And I was like, I'm in tears. I'm crying now because I'm just listening to it. Very rarely does that happen to me. And very rarely do I listen to an album start to finish, like just straight through. And so I think that where you're saying this is a playful album, I actually think it is. Now, I don't have much experience with like full albums and why people put why artists would put certain songs a certain way. But I think because you knew this, because you had, I guess, spoken to Dave, and Dave told me a little bit about this, like the song titles and what they meant. But I also think that the songs themselves lend a good pairing to each other, but then also lend a good pairing almost to the songs that they wrote, like Sugar and Years. Like I'm saying,
there's one way of listening to this album where you just listen to like Sugar, then you just listen to Dave's songs, and then you listen to Brand's songs. Like you could totally do that, and it would work too. Yeah. Like part of what's so interesting and why I kind of said playful is like there's a lot of ways to engage this album that I think still work. Like
they're writing different story. They're writing their own story and arc and narrative and whatever they want to say, and then they're combining them too.
Yeah,
so
but it does blend. Yeah, it blends in an interesting. It blends in such an interesting way, and it forms this conflicted view of Christmas, which I think is a quite realistic view of Christmas that encompasses both the past and the future and the present and the joy and the aimlessness and the like. The challenge, the sorrow. Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know if any of these songs are obliquely sad necessarily. I don't think they are. So maybe sorrow is me overstepping, but there's conflict for sure.
Yeah. And I think that's good. I think it's all good.
I think it's honest.
Yeah. I think that's it. It's honest. Mm-hmm. And I think that, one of the songs that we got to, which was Mocha, which was Dave's.
Fucking Mocha is so good.
Yeah.
And also, we never tag on this now.
we never said that Mocha also went backwards Mocha went backwards. Some of the stuff in Mocha went backwards. We never discussed that.
We didn't talk about that. But part of Mocha like literally rewinds.
Yeah.
And Mocha has the line that goes, Years is the line that goes forwards and backwards. Yeah. But like there is that forwards and backwards thing.
I think what we're saying is we need Dave and Brandon on here to help clarify some things.
Well, maybe one day they will We'll become big enough. We'll become a big enough podcast that the band would actually come listen.
That they'll get noticed. They'll notice us.
They'll notice us,
and they'll say, you know what? We should go check out what these guys are talking about. We can help enlighten them.
Right. Maybe one day we'll get guests.
And maybe
we'll get them as guests.
But until then, I will say, check out. I believe we'll have a social media presence at this point. Yeah, we're gonna have it because these will be dropping at some point, and yeah, I think that's a good way to end this.
Yeah, I think so. And I want to say, like, I think you're totally right in that the Winter Failure they're the band that makes the most original Christmas music that no one talks about. And I'm glad we're talking about it because it's been such a delight getting to engage this album. And when I listened to it by myself, like, I liked it, but I don't feel like it kind of made a huge impact on me. But walking through it with you, it's just totally opened up, and it's been amazing. I'm excited to listen to it again. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna walk you to the train, and then I'm gonna listen to it. So yeah, I'm excited to listen to it more. But yeah, I think that wraps up the Winter Fanboys for now, with a ... at the end of that. But I'm Adam. I'm Ben. Stay frosty, my friends. Yeah. When I let my mind wander back, I can feel the coffee turn to black. It used to be a mocha, it used to have cream. Now there's no wonder, it's just me wandering.